One Thunder Bob here, and I'm checking out Diablo 2 Alpha again. This is a request someone made. They wanted to see a build based around Fist of the Heavens. This is a ability that it's a single target ability. I've always tried to make builds around this, and for PVM, it just has not been super effective, but I'm gonna see how it goes. This is a pretty well built out. It's got full Griswold. Yeah, pretty decent gear. And that aura you can see from having the full set, that's pretty cool. Here is, yep, that's Diablo 2. And there we have it. What I'm going to do is we're going to try to do an Andariel run and probably murder a bit in Act 2. I'll maybe just bounce around a little bit. Alright. And we'll see how this does. I felt this is a decent PvP build. I remember trying one of these back in the day, and I think I gave up around, I don't know, Nightmare. It's just, the single target was kind of frustrating. I also don't have Enigma, so no teleport. Kind of annoying. It is good for sniping like particular targets. I'm not sure if this gear this character has is hitting any breakpoints. Like, it feels a little slow. I didn't do the math or anything if it needs better cast rate. I mean, it's great at killing like really individual high health targets. But then if you get swarmed by a ton of, you know, Fallen or something, like, you're kind of at the mercy of an attack that has single target and like a kind of a slow wind up. It's kind of great for PvP though, because you know, you just have to target them and it hits them, like, kind of locks on in a way. Whereas most abilities, it's easier for the enemies to dodge. That also means you can't really blind fire it, you have to click on the enemy. Like, if I just do it without clicking on someone, he just kind of like raises the roof. Yeah, I'm from the 90s, sue me. This is actually working better than I was expecting. I just remembered trying this back in the day and like getting swarmed by, you know, Chaos Sanctuary and logging out that character and never playing again. Maybe the fact that this guy has level 41 Fist of the Heaven is helping, but I'm kind of enjoying it right now. The paladins I did play were like Zealer, Smite, Blessed Hammer, kind of the standard. I should also be able to do a Zeal Paladin. I've got a save file for that. Might try to put that together as well. See, this is when you have a lot of targets all at once. I'm practically one-shotting everything. But it takes time because there's 30 enemies on the screen. Yeah, I thought that was a dead end. And I'll probably be putting out, like, trying to do one video per day. May not hit that every day. And Diablo 2, not Diablo 2, Resident Evil 8, Resident Evil Village is coming out this Friday, and that might actually end up pulling me away from this for a little while. I'm super excited to play that. So if I don't post anything about this for a few days, that's probably why. Probably locked somewhere trying to play that. I do have a couple videos for that actually up already for the demo that came out last weekend. So if you are interested, feel free to check that out. I should actually take this somewhere with a lot of undead enemies and see how the Holy Bolt works that comes off of this. I want to see if I can one-shot Andariel. No. Yeah, where I think I'm gonna go is Act 2 and go somewhere with a lot of skeletons, which is probably gonna be either Halls of the Dead or the sewers. Let's check out the sewers. Those guys aren't undead. These are cool looking enemies though. I love the little stream. Oh, that wasn't there before. I mean, I actually really like that little addition. It's a sewer. It makes sense that there's, you know, flowing water. This feels so much smoother in the new style. I know, like, the game is literally the same running underneath it, but seeing it at 144 frames per second is pretty nice. It's kind of difficult to see what the holy bolts are doing because my mark is killing too fast. There we go. See, so it did like a third of a damage to the other targets. I mean, it's not nothing, but nothing that meaningful as far as damage goes, especially since it only hurts undead enemies, which maybe like a third of the enemies you're gonna face. Overall, I feel better about this build than I was expecting. Like, when someone asked for it, I was like, oh, that's that thing I tried once and failed miserably, but this is working pretty good. What I want to see is if there's anyone doing multiplayer. It'd be interesting to, you know, to do some PvP, or maybe even try like an 8-player. I want to see like, you know, 8 players all casting spells and effects and procs and all that. Are frames per second gonna tank? I'm just gonna play for another minute or two, just kind of putzing around here, showing off against the undead. Is that Kleegals? Oh, Tinkrids. Man, it's been a while. I can't remember all my set items. Maybe I'll try to kill Rediment real quick. When you got fast moving targets, that's where That's where you run into some trouble with this build. Especially when you got lots of them rushing at you and you can kill one at a time, hopefully. It's super satisfying, though, to just one-shot like that. Definitely would be like a secondary build if I made one of these. Just something to have fun with. I picked up a new car this weekend. Got a Kia K5 GT. I had to turn a lease in, and saw one I rather liked, so picked it up while I was there. I'm not that rich, my lease was just up and I needed a new lease. Don't think I go out buying cars all the time. Definitely, I'm not poor, but I'm not a guy who's going to be going and buying multiple cars. There we go. What's with all the military axes? Warlord's Trust. And some Mana Steel on an otherwise terrible ring. Alright, I'm going to end it there. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, I've got a ton of other Diablo-related content on the channel. I've got a bunch of non-Diablo-related stuff like virtual reality, new releases, retro games. If you're into any of that, check it out. If you like it, subscribe. I'll talk to y'all later.